Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Delta. 51 for Mike, boy. 51. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, order. On the ball. Go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Ross, complete.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Set, ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Watch one. Watch one. Go, go.
They'll run it here. This is James White. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Herbert, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch one. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Hey, exit. Two.
Throwing again. Herbert. He gets it to James White. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he won't get much, maybe a couple down inside. 35 to the 34.
At the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Check. Crouch. Two-jet bomber. Hey, high 7.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Right there. 54 pounds. You must be true. Check safety. Hey, Sam on. No. You're out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Switch.
They'll run with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Got it. Mike, whoa. Exit, exit. Man left, man left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Buzz. So Mike number 1, ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
The Patriots send out their punter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's more on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready. 10 over. 65.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Look at me. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
10-2 stop. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd and 3, eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Going on the ground, it's White. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
Watch one. Rabbit. Recon, 132 fighter. Gone. SOS. Shift. 6 guys. Get it.
On third down, a run from White. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning it is Moore. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Patriots nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense, rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready?
On second down now, it's White. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Got 4 down. Leo. Back. Rock it. Hey, wahoo. Show it up. Switch. Now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Simon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the curl. Hey, foxtrot.
2nd and 2. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Let's pick it up. It's out. Go.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Armstrong. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Get your swerve on. Go. Two.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, Charlie. Mike one. Here we go. 5.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run with White. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, Delta. Let's go now.
From the gun, Herbert. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Patriots send out their punter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set. 60 or. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Check 52. Check 4. Check. PJ, go.
And he's got room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Ready up. Mike 1.
2nd and 5. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
We got 6 all day.
Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
General West. Watch one. Hey, let's get this. Ready?
They start the drive with White. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a give, right side, Armstrong. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey, Orbit.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, let's go, get set.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
So Mike's number one. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Dolphins, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New England, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.